later. There you are. Old Fruttons. Don't say don't spoil you. Oh, you're in, Tom.
Look. The kitchen's no place for you, my girl.
It is when I'm dying for a cuppa. Who else is going to make it? What you been up to?
Well, I've been to the tailor's. Got a couple of new suits. They won't be ready for a while.
How much?
Well, they didn't want paying.
No. No, mine neither. I bought a couple of frocks. Apart from threepence to delivery boy and a shilling for a cab, I ain't laid out a penny this week.
The minute you mention Watkins of 12 Hyde Park Square, their eyes go all misty. They can't wait to give you credit.
I've heard the king don't carry money at all.
Yeah. Well, he learnt the habit from me. Come on, we'll have this upstairs.
Oh, it's easier down here.
Easier, yes. Proper, no.
Look, this ain't your house, Thomas. You've only been lent it for 3 months.
Well, we make best use of it there.
I ain't even made the bed yet.
Your afternoon tea, madam.
Oh, thank you, Watkins. 2 lumps, if you please. Not for us.
No. I better answer it, I suppose. Hello? Oh, Sir Joseph. Good afternoon to you. Oh, that is splendid news, yes. How much? Yes? Oh, that's fine. Well, we will see you soon, Sir Joseph. Sir Joseph Wheeler, those new shares have gone up.
What, Jarvis Textiles?
Aye, now, we bought at 2 and 4 pence, and they've gone to 3 and 11 now. That's the best part of £40 I made.
We've made? Look, Tom, I still don't understand why they don't want any money. I mean, you're selling something you ain't even bought.
Well, you can only do it if you've got a lot of nerve. It's called working on margin. You know, he still thinks we got this motor car factory in Wales. We'll have to keep him sweet. He's the only stockbroker we know.
Crook.
No, they call him businessmen in the city. We'll have to have him for dinner.
Yeah, we will, just as soon as we get some proper servants.
Servants, look, I don't know
We
about
can
that.
afford them, Thomas. I've made a list. There's no time like the present. Come on, shove over. Kensington 1-2, please.
Who you ringing?
Mrs. Crossley's agency. She's the best.
Oh, they'll have the time of their lives, won't they, as knowing how to treat them proper.
Hello, Mrs. Crossley. This is Mrs. Watkins here of 12 Hyde Park Square. I'm setting up my new establishment, and I wonder if you could help me with some suitable staff. Yes, a butler, of course, and a parlour maid, yes, and a cook. What manner of cook? Oh no, not too plain.
Plain for downstairs, medium fancy for up, same as everywhere.
Our fancy is medium fancy, Mrs. Ambrose. My husband's going to be having a lot of business gentlemen to
Oh,
dinner.
they're easy. Ribs of beef is all they ever want. I do galantines and ice bombs.
Oh, lovely.
Cucumber soup and salmon tart. And I keep a stock pot, so there's always a nice beef tea for 11 o'clock.
We're not going to be a very grand household.
I'm sure this is a very grand house, madam.
Now, for instance, madam, couldn't you call me Mrs. Watkins?
I hope I've given you no reason to suppose I don't know my place, madam.
Oh, no, Mrs. Ambrose, it's
Will
just
there be a kitchen girl?
a kitchen
I
girl.
couldn't come if there's not a kitchen girl.
Kitchen girl, you see?
For the carrying of the hot water, sir, the scrubbing, and the grates.
The grates, yes. Perhaps you'd like to sit down, Miss... Wilson.
Thank you, sir. May I ask, sir, do you perhaps come from abroad, sir?
Abroad? No, why?
Well, it's the idea of a butler sitting down, sir. Forgive the observation, sir.
Yes. Look, Wilson, we're not going to be all that smart here. To be honest with you, we're not out of the absolute top drawer, you see.
I see, sir. About the kitchen girl, sir.
Well, you can't have her and a footman. Are you sure you need a footman?
Oh, well, I couldn't consider a house without a footman, sir. And he will also undertake the duties of valet.
Valet and under butler, yes, I do know, Wilson. Look, Wilson, perhaps you're going to be a bit too grand for us. You know, coming as you do from, who is it, Lord Pinner, is it?
The late Lord Pinner, sir. Well, that is for you to say, sir, but I don't fancy that you'll find any butler worthy of the name who'll work without a footman, sir.
All right.
And a kitchen girl.
Well, no, you said hot water. Now, there's no need to carry hot water. We got a boiler. You see, we got hot taps.
That's as maybe, I'm sure, sir. Have we engaged a cook and a parlourmaid, sir?
Well, my wife has already engaged a cook, and she will be interviewing parlourmaids this afternoon.
This is the Watkins residence. May I ask who requires him, sir? One moment, sir. See if he's available. Mr. Sylvester, sir, of the Counties and Capital Bank.
I wonder what's gone wrong now.
He's on his way, sir.
Hello? Yes, Mr. Sylvester, yes? Move it where? Oh, well, that does, yes, it does seem foolish for it not to be earning interest. I'll send you a letter of instruction. Mr. Sylvester, perhaps you could let me know exactly what my balance is at the moment. That's exactly what I make it. Good day to you. Sarah? Sarah?
You called, sir?
No. Yes. Is my wife about?
I haven't seen Madam yet, sir.
Oh, she's probably just popped out to the shops.
You're the kitchen girl?
I'm the cook, if it's any of your business.
I'm Wilson, the butler.
Oh, Mrs. Ambrose. Pleased to meet you, I'm sure.
Scrubbing tables is surely not part of your duties, Mrs. Ambrose?
The girl's not come yet, and I've got dinner to get on with.
The footman's due. I hope he proves suitable.
I've met the parlour maid, Ethel. Nice girl.
Knows her place, does she? Not flighty.
Here she is now.
My word, I've got some polishing to do, and that's for sure.
Ethel, this is Mr. Wilson, the butler.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Wilson.
Put the kettle on and we'll brew up. Starters we mean to go on.
A gas stove.
And got water.
They don't seem short of a bob or two.
New money, of course. Wasn't this Lord Andover's house?
I'm sure I neither know nor care. She knows what's what.
What's what?
Madam, about staff, servants. But she tried to be friendly. I don't like that.
Better someone jolly than a long face.
Friendly indeed. We'll soon have them trained. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Wilson.
Good evening, dear. These are the servants. I thought you'd like to get this over with. This is...
Perhaps I should do that, madam.
Oh, all right.
This is Mr. Watkins, the master of the house. This is Mrs. Ambrose, the cook, sir.
Hello, Mrs. Ambrose. I like my victuals, so you and I will get along famously.
Pleased to hear it, I'm sure.
And Ethel, the parlour maid.
Hello, Ethel. Might as well have a pretty parlour maid as not, I always say. Don't let the wife hear.
And John, the footman,
Hello, John.
who will also be your valet.
Yes. Yes,
Now
about
I'll get back downstairs, madam. I've got a leg of lamb on. You won't mind something simple, it being our first night.
Oh, not at all, Mrs. Ambrose. You run along.
When I need you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, John. Wilson. Just a minute. Who's this?
This is Nellie, sir.
Hello, Nellie. Don't let him get you down.
Will that be all, sir?
Yes, that will be all. Thank you, Wilson.
It's clear to me he's a sex fiend kissing her like that.
Mrs. Ambrose, not in front of you.
That's as maybe. I'm locking my door at night.
Here, what about you, Ethel?
Do you want to ring for something?
Me? No. No, there's nothing I want. You can, if you like.
Oh, I expect they're busy.
Yes. It does work, does it?
I don't know. I ain't tried it.
You haven't tried it? What do you mean you've been here all afternoon and you haven't tried the
Oh,
bell?
well, Ethel's been in and out all day. I haven't had the need. Have you had a good day?
Yes, I went down to Wheatler's, hung around there at the office, and we've sold our shares in Jarvis. As private as Piccadilly in here, isn't it?
Oh, go on, ring for something.
Michelle, you ring for something.
There's nothing I want. Unless you fancy a drink.
Yes. Yes, I wouldn't mind a brown ale.
A brown ale?
I'll drink what I please in my own house.
I shouldn't think there's a brown ale to be found within a mile of Hyde Park Square.
Right. We'll see.
You rang, sir?
Yes, you did, didn't you, dear?
Oh, yes. Yes, I wondered perhaps if there was time for a whiskey and soda before dinner.
There is just time before you change, sir.
No, we won't be changing for dinner, Wilson. Not just for us. We'll be informal this evening, Wilson.
Informal, sir? Say when, sir?
Yes, you know, just the two on our. Yeah, that's fine.
Do you mean in the dining room, sir, or do you mean here on trays?
In the dining room, as we are. And I'll have a port and lemonade.
Well, I regret, madam, I did not think of bringing the port wine before dinner. However, of course, if you wish to have...
Oh, save your feet. Would a sherry wine meet with your approval?
A most excellent choice, madam. My apologies, sir, for not reaching the door in time, sir.
I'm over 21, Wilson, so I've got my own latchkey.
Yes, sir.
Now, I tell you what, I'm home a bit early. It's been a long day, so I think I'll have a bath.
A bath, sir? Midweek? You should give me warning, sir. Heating all that water takes time.
No, we've got a boiler, Wilson.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. The truth of the matter is that neither cook nor I can get it to function, sir. There is water there, of that I'm sure, sir. And gas, but the two won't seem to meet, sir.
Well, I tell you what, Wilson, I'm a dab hand with anything mechanical, so you just lead me to it, will you?
Oh, no, sir. Not you, sir.
You stay where you are, you.
I'll go.
Give me the pliers, will you?
What's he say?
I think he wants the pliers.
Then give them to him.
Like sharing my kitchen with it.
That's it, right. Pull me out. Yes, brother, yes. Like me a taper, will you, Mrs. Ambrose? Damn city place to put a gas tap. A little application, you see, Wilson.
Yes, well, sir, I'm
you
not
are,
being
sir.
a tradesman, sir.
Oh, Mr. Wilson, will it go bang?
All courage, Mrs. Ambrose. We can always go back to carrying jugs.
You know, Wilson, I've been thinking, I really shouldn't be doing this, should I?
Well, sir, it's...
You had a clean shirt this morning.
So, I'll have another one.
Bleeding Beau Brummel.
All right. Who are you then? Cleopatra?
I bet her nose didn't itch.
Itch?
Yeah, like the time when I knew who was going to win the Grand National, and they did at 20-1, and you haven't backed it.
Aye. Well, we can afford a bet now.
No, not a horse, Thomas. I've been reading about gold shares, studying them.
Gold? That's a bit out of our class, isn't it?
Nothing's out of our class now, Tom.
Well, how would you pick one?
I have already. It's called Bella Second. It's only 10pence.
Tenpence? Then forget it. The only thing you can get for 10pence nowadays that's worthwhile is a round of drinks.
But Thomas, I know. I've got a feeling. Besides, I had a second cousin called Bella, and she done all right for gold till she lost her looks.
Well, you haven't made a mistake yet. 10 pence? All right. We can afford a few.
Not a few, Tom. The lot. All we can get.
Don't you stop, girl. I can't abide crystals in ice cream.
But my arm's coming off.
Who should do it? Where is it?
Dressing the master.
Oh, this goes on, I'm asking for an undercook. I have more dues in a week than most people have in a 12-month. Oh, give it here. Come on, set the tureens to warm.
The dinner table meets with your approval, madam.
I'd like some flowers.
Not for a gentleman's dinner, madam.
All right then, Walter, you better carry on.
Yes, thank you, madam. There is much to do.
Here, let me, sir.
That's all right, John. I know where my own buttons are. Listen, John, when you're brushing, long strokes with a nap, then you... Oh, you're doing fine.
I'll get your waistcoat, sir.
Tell me something, John. Do you have any ambition?
Me, sir? Breathe in, sir. Ah, yes, sir. One day, I hope to be a butler in a best house.
At the tie, John.
I ironed it, sir.
Even though it's brand new. Tell me, John, do you iron my bootlaces?
Should I have, sir?
Oh, I've heard of it being done in the past. A best house?
Well, you know, grand, sir. When you're in service, you reflect the people you work for.
And your reflection's a bit tarnished at the moment, is it?
Oh, no, sir. After all, this is Hyde Park Square.
John, you'll go and see if I've left my handkerchief in the dressing room, will you?
Sir.
What's up?
You're embarrassing, John. You have to go slopping around in that for.
Well, why not? It's a gentleman's dinner. Where do I fit in?
It's only one evening, and you know why. You know, the minute I invited Sir Joseph, half the city wanted to come.
Yeah, to get away from their wives, I should think.
No, they think we've got some secret, but we've got more to learn than they have.
What, with Bella second staying at 7 and 6? 10 pence to 7 and 6? That ain't bad.
You're right, Sir Joseph followed us in, you know.
Yeah, he knows a good thing when he sees it.
I can't see it, sir.
Ah, it's all right, John. I just found it. Yes, come in.
I thought you should know, sir, the first carriage is arriving.
I'll be down directly. Go with Wilson, will you, John?
Sir.
Well, what do you think?
Gorgeous. Adam, go and make some money.
Here, F. Take this for heaven's sake.
I can't have got this.
Look, I daren't leave. They're drinking like the ship's going down.
Because of the dinner, poor thing will be starving.
Come down here. John, leave that. Get these coats hung up properly. I want people to think they've come to a 4-ale bar.
But I must take Mrs. Watkins her dinner.
Madam.
Wilson!
Sorry to have taken so long, Mrs. Watkins.
Yeah.
But they're getting through in record time. While the soup was coming out, the beef was going in, and we couldn't draw breath before it was the puddings and ice cream. They're on the savoury now.
Oh, it's a silly idea, a gentleman's dinner.
Well, my former gentleman used to have them a lot. Sometimes he'd have an entertainment.
Entertainment?
Oh, something refined. Piano playing, things like that. Once, oh my lord, the chief guest was the Governor of the Bank of England, and they had Madame Patty in to sing that night.
Never.
I dare say you didn't like the idea of an entertainment.
Splendid dinner, Thomas. I wish my cook was as good as that.
Oh, well, she's been with the family for years, Mr. David.
Excuse me.
It seems to be going well.
Very good.
Tell me, are you broker to them all?
No. Has Tanby spoken to you yet?
No, not yet.
You're lucky to get him here.
Am I?
He's a millionaire several times over. Eddie, you old villain, how are you?
Thank you for the excellent dinner, Thomas Watkins.
Well, that was my pleasure, Mr. Danby.
Mr. Tanby required bread.
Leave us.
Perhaps a cigar, Mr. Tanby.
That I might.
Tell me, what is it that you do, Mr. Tanby, that makes you so rich?
Do? I watch things. I watch people. I watch and listen and don't say much. You strike me as a young fellow to watch.
Why is that, Mr. Tommy?
For one thing, you're in motor cars. Bit of a pioneer. That's why most of them are here tonight, you know. They see a painless way of getting in. They think because you're young, you're more stupid than Willie Morris or Herbert Austin.
Good to see you out and about, Stanley.
I had a good dinner, Wheedler, so I'm not complaining.
May I have a word with you?
Not work, Dorney. How's Cynthia?
No, quite well, thank you. When's this motor car business of yours going public?
Now, that's my affair, Dorney. I'm his broker.
It'll take more than you to launch him. He'll need my back. When can I see the figures?
Figure?
I suppose you've seen them, Wheedler.
Now, that's between Thomas and me.
The market's very buoyant, so don't delay too long. You are big enough to go public, are you?
Of course he is. How many motor cars a week is it, Thomas?
Well, do you know? It varies.
I believe you're in Bella's second, Thomas. May I call you Thomas?
I am, yes, of course you may.
So am I.
Oh, the gold mine, yes, I've been in it from the start.
Went up to 7 and 6 today.
I bought at 4.
Thomas bought at 10 pence.
I know, Thomas. It's one of the reasons I'm here tonight.
You're looking for another tip, Mr. Tommy?
I live in hopes, Thomas, and exchange is no robbery.
Exchange?
You tell me something, I tell you. No, not a word. Remember, walls have ears, especially when they're wearing tailcoats. Scribble it on a scrap of paper and later we'll exchange.
Of course. I mean, that's what I always do.
About your motor car company in Wales.
Yeah?
The funny thing is, I can't find any trace of it. Had my chaps on it. Dorney and Wheedler aren't up to that.
Well, it's a private company, you see.
Quite. But even so, I'd have expected there to be a trace. Couldn't find a single motor car company in the whole of Wales. One who makes bicycles in Swansea, but no cars. And no Watkins.
And you wonder why, do you?
I confess I do.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Gentlemen, may I present my wife?
Your wife? Pity it was a gentleman's dinner.
Oh, gentlemen, I regret to say that your evening is entirely ruined. My little surprise is not to be.
Your surprise. Excuse us, gentlemen.
The entertainment, Thomas.
Don't worry, Mrs. Watkins. We're quite happy as we are.
Oh, but my surprise was to have been Miss Butt.
Not.
Yes, Miss Clara Butt was coming in to sing for you. But she's just sent a message to say that she's got the most dreadful cold, and she can scarcely speak, let alone sing. So the poor pianoforte is to be denied its hour of glory.
Perhaps Mrs. Watkins will sing for us.
Oh, sir, you're most kind, but it's out of the question.
But if we were to beg you, Madame la Comtesse.
Oh, Sir Joseph, if you were to beg me, I would have no choice but to give in. As I was going to Strawberry Fair, singing, singing buttercups and daisies, a nice young man perused my ware.
See, they all have a lot of drink, will you, Wilson?
Yes, I already have, sir. This is most irregular, sir.
You mean Lady Pinner didn't do a lot of this?
Rifle, rifle, foldy riddle, rifle, 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 foldy riddle dee. Kind sir, pray me, I ask it, I say, singing, singing, buttercups and daisies, of me cherries ripe and me roses red, foldy dee. Says he for strawberries, oh my God. And your cherries ain't so hard. Rifle, rifle, come and get an eyeful. Rifle, rifle, foldy riddle dee.
make it go.
Clear the butt?
I bet she would have got applause like that. What's them, betting slips?
No. No, these are share tips. That's how they do it, you see, on the QT. Right. You ready?
Yeah.
Hopkins Grocers.
No, too much dust in her tea.
Evans the drapery stores.
Oh, not likely. They still sell bombazines. Ever so old-fashioned.
Arbuckle Engineering.
No food for individuals. Now, we'll stick with Bella second. There's something comfortable about gold.
Right. Hey, are you tired?
Not particularly. Why?
Oh, I just thought we might celebrate, that's all.
They're outside listening.
Oh, Robbie.
They're always outside listening or inside watching.
Hey, this ribbon's a bit tight, isn't it?
It's Nelly.
Take no notice of her.
I just think of them sleeping up above us.
Doesn't make any difference, does it? Tis Nelly.
Poor little cow.
Do you think he's hit her?
Sometimes I think he's going to hit us.
Good night, Mrs. Ambrose.
Good night, Ethel. Where's Mr. Wilson?
He's doing the windows. He won't be up for another 20 minutes.
Good night, Tom.
I know.
Don't scrape 'em so loud.
Sorry.
Where's Mr. Wilson?
Upstairs, Snoopy.
Show respect.
Shall I answer it?
Show your face up there.
Well, it must be Mr. Wilson, him and her being there.
Put the kettle on.
I rang from the drawing room.
There's no one to answer.
Where's John?
Out for the master.
And Ethel?
Ethel?
Yes, you remember Ethel, Mrs. Ambrose, the parlour maid. There's a vase upstairs, flowers and water everywhere.
Perhaps a cat got in.
Ethel's
I
got
told you to put
Well,
the
where
kettle
is
on.
Ethel, Mrs. Ambrose? There's a mess to be cleaned up.
You can't have her, can you? She's out with the mistress.
Shopping, carrying parcels? What did you say, Mrs. Ambrose?
I said she's gone to the bioscope. Now you know.
I can hardly believe my ears.
Madam wanted to go. She could hardly go to a place like that on her own now, could she?
The moving picture's called The Violin Maker. There's a play card by Tramstop. Mary Pickford in The Violin Maker. I wish it was me.
It can be you. Take a pan and brush the floor up upstairs this minute. As for you, Mrs. Ambrose, I'm disappointed.
You'll have to learn to get on with it, won't you? There is such a thing as loyalty, you know.
There's not too much damage, Mr. Wilson.
The floor will have to be repolished, and who left the window open?
I expect it was Mrs. Watkins.
Madam.
Oh, sir.
Oh, hello, Nellie. What's this then? You and Mr. Wilson been having a party, have you? Is something wrong?
Something's very wrong, sir.
Oh, just looked like a broken flower vase to me, madam. Madam. Is madam about?
No, sir. That is what is wrong, sir.
What do you mean, she's had an accident or something?
No, sir, she's gone to the bioscope.
Oh, is that all? I don't like her myself.
With the parlour maids.
Oh, aye. You know she's got more than I have.
I should have been consulted.
Is that a fact?
Well, taking away my staff without even a mention is no way to run a house, sir.
Oh. You can't be all that busy, was it? Any tea about?
There is a place for everyone, sir, and everyone in his place. It's the only way.
And Mrs. Watkins' place being what it is, I would say that she can go wherever she pleases with whoever she pleases.
No, sir. That, if I may say so, sir, betrays a lack of understanding about the way things are done in best houses.
This isn't a best house, Wilson. We know our limitations. This is a good house, perhaps only just good enough, but that's the way we like it. Look, we're on our own now, so why don't you sit down and I'll pour us both a whiskey.
Sir...
You know, you make too much of everything.
No, I don't make too much of everything. I'm aghast at those who make too little. There is a place for everyone.
Not everyone in their place. I think that's front door, Wilson.
All them ringlets. I thought I'd die. Americans so old-fashioned.
Oh, but she's so pretty.
I love that bit on the bridge where she stood there all sad and pure like me.
And what about that bit when she was with the fella and she went off and...
Oh, have you got a kettle on, Mr. Wilson?
I had no idea when Madam would be returning, or in fact, when the parlour maid would be returning.
No, I took her to the moving picture.
Yes, Madam. Perhaps in future, Ethel, you'll keep me informed of your whereabouts.
Yes, Mr. Wilson.
Oh, it wasn't her fault. I just told her to put her hat on.
Oh, no, madam. I'm ever so sorry, Mr. Wilson.
Well, you're sorry for you enjoyed it, didn't you?
Well, madam, it's just... I shouldn't have
That's
gone
all
off with that.
rubbish. Got a cake for tea.
A sharp cake, Madam?
Yes, walnut layer.
Mrs. Ambrose will be pleased. Come along, Ethel.
Oh, what about that then?
Perhaps you should have told him.
Isn't it my house?
He's got to run it, hasn't he?
Isn't she my maid? She's sick. Her not sticking up for herself and not sticking up for me neither.
Well, I think she's more frightened of him than she is of you. I'm more frightened of him than I am of you.
Throwing my friendship in my face.
A lot of letters for you
My
today.
blood boils.
Just calm down, will you? What's for dinner?
How should I know?
It's your business.
Well, it's
to
all
know.
right for you, isn't it? Out all day.
You try counting the money.
Sod ya.
Bella, second up another 18 pence. Do you think we should sell?
No, we won't. I'll tell you when to sell.
Your tea, madam, and your gatto.
Oh, Ethel, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make trouble.
Will madam pour?
Oh, go to hell.
Ethel, what's for dinner?
Mrs. Ambrose made a game pie, sir.
Oh, well, I look forward to that.
I don't want game pie.
But madam, this morning...
I've changed my mind. Am I allowed to change my mind? In my own house, or do I have to have permission? Well, do I?
Remember what we said. Treat 'em right.
Oh, yeah. When are they going to start treating me right? See to the fire, will you?
I hope madam enjoyed our dinner.
Where's Wilson? I asked for coffee.
You don't mind, do you?
No, not a bit.
Need your evening off, Wilson?
Yes, I shall be going out in a very short while, sir.
Thank you, Wilson.
Thank you, sir.
Things have been different lately, haven't they, Mr. Wilson? The past week or so?
Oh, yes. I had no doubt that we would improve them.
What did you do today?
I read a book.
Those suits I ordered never did arrive.
No.
You took your time.
Is Mr. Wilson gone?
Yes, thank heaven. You have to be careful you don't break the spring.
Oh, they're here.
Oh, good.
Hello, Dot. Hello, Mrs.
It took so long over that dinner. We only just got through the washing up.
And we left the pots in so long.
Oh, you don't be giving away our secrets, Dot.
Oh, sit yourself down, dear, and make yourself at home.
I'm Nellie.
Is that a fact? Big jug of ale, Mrs. Ambrose. You're spoiling us something terrible. And a nice little bit of paste.
Paste? It's a crab I boiled and dressed this very afternoon.
Oh, lovely, Amos, is it?
How about only a bird?
Oh, that'd be lovely, Ethel.
What's going on?
They got the neighbours in. Brewing beer and sandwiches.
Oh, well, they're entitled to that, aren't they, with Wilson being out?
Sounds like they're having fun.
Right. I think I'd just go down there for a minute.
Tom, you can't.
Well, you know, just to check. You coming? We were just listening to the music. We haven't got that record.
It's our favourite song.
Nellie, why don't you put another record on?
Well, no, she's all thumbs.
Oh, well, I tell you what, I'll do it, shall I?
It's Mrs. Fitzgerald, isn't it? From next door. Hello.
Oh, and this is Dot, madam, Dorothy. She's a parlour maid to the people next door.
Hello, Dot. I've seen you. How'd you do, ma'am? It's cosy down here.
Well, it looks good, John.
Well, perhaps I can get you some, sir.
Oh, that'll be fine.
You see, we've got such a lot to do.
Oh, no, don't go. We don't want to spoil it.
Enjoy yourselves.
We was in their place last week, madam. We do it turn and turn about.
Yeah, well, that's the best way, isn't it? Look, I tell you what, excuse me for just a second.
That boiler's been better lately, isn't it?
Yes, it has.
I've never known such hot water.
Oh, you'll be getting terrible bills.
So bound to. It's much cosier down here than upstairs.
Oh, no, madam.
That's supposed to be so much fun if Mr. Wilson was here.
Fun, madam.
Yeah, John?
Oh!
See what you can do with that. Some fresh glasses now. Let's have a real party, shall we? Now, you haven't got any more cheerful music, Mrs. Ambrose.
I'm sure Mrs. Fitzgerald's records is all respectable, sir.
All right. You know that song you sang the other...
Oh, go on, Ethel.
Well, I did like that song you sang the other night at the gentleman's dinner.
Quite the professional, I'm sure.
Well, now, come on, drink up. No wheel taps.
Oh, that's not the way, Nellie. You've got to swing it back and chuck it over your shoulder.
Aye, well, we better not do that, because they're not exactly our glasses, are they? No, I tell you what. Last one to finish has to sing a song.
Oh! Mr. Wilson?
I'd rather have an explanation.
Well, there's nothing to explain, Wilson. We're just enjoying ourselves, that's all.
In the whole of my life, I have never encountered such an improper spectacle.
Improper? There's nothing improper about it.
No, sir. I go out for an hour, and I come back to find the whole order of society has been overturned.
Just a minute. We don't have to explain
The
to
only
him.
possible explanation can be ignorance.
What
Just a minute, Wilson.
Ignorance of the behaviour proper to gentlefolk. Ignorance of the eternal and proper barrier between the classes.
Now, listen,
I
Wilson,
find
you're
this
entitled to
house,
your
the whole
opinion.
bizarre establishment quite intolerable. After all my years with Lord Pinner, I simply cannot endure such commonness. Perhaps you, sir, would accept my notice as from this moment.
Well, if that's how you feel, Wilson, that is fine.
No, it's not fine. It's not fine at all. He's not giving us notice. I'm not giving him the satisfaction. I want the satisfaction. I'm going to sack him. You're sacked. Do you hear? You're sacked, fired, the order of the boot. Now Now what have I done?
Let's get these things cleared up. Come on.
Oh, it's all right. Leave room till the morning.
Go on, get off, all of you.
Good night. Good night, John.
We bit off more than we can chew.
Yeah, we'll go to America. Don't have snotty butlers there.
Yes. Sell our shares in Bella Second.
First thing tomorrow morning.
Aye, well, the exchange is shut tomorrow.
All right, the next day then. And tomorrow we'll go out and have some fun.
Yes, there's a meeting at sundown tomorrow.
Oh, I love Sandown. Yeah, we'll go there and we'll have cockles and whelks.
Yes, have a proper picnic like the knobs do.
Brown ale and stout.
And back on any nag we fancy.
I didn't think it'd go without even a word.
Mr. Wilson was a proud man.
And I'll give him a mouthful.
Here you are.
Why's mine so small?
Because you're small and bone idle. I hope they're having a nice time.
But I certainly went off happy enough.
Just like a couple of kids.
Gave them a lovely hamper. Eat slower, Nellie.
Nice cake, Mrs. A.
6 eggs in it.
You going to stay now Mr. Wilson's gone?
I've been thinking.
Be a funny house without a butler.
Easier on the temper.
And times are changing.
Can I have some more?
No.
Shall we stay?
I don't see why not.
What about me?
You'll be quiet and do as you're told or you get no supper. Front door. Ethel?
I can't have more cake. You, John.
Sir Joseph, are you expected, sir?
What? No, I must speak to Mr. Watkins at once.
I'm afraid he's not here, sir.
Mrs. Watkins?
With him, sir. They've gone to the races.
Then I'll wait.
There's no knowing when they'll be back, sir. If you're waiting, sir, will you require tea?
No, I shall not require tea. Give me a whiskey, will you? They must be back for dinner, must they not?
Well, sir. Well, sure, sir. You see, when they went, that might be them now, sir. If it is, I'll send the master straight up.
Good.
Sir Joseph Wheedler is here, sir, in the withdrawing room.
Joseph?
Oh, that's handy. You was going to see him tomorrow.
Oh, I see what he has to say then.
I'm glad Madam enjoyed herself.
Yeah, tickety-boo. Apart from the horses, which ran backwards.
Sarah?
No shout, Tom, here. Hello, Sir Joseph. Nice to see you.
Good evening.
Oh, it's a bit early for this, isn't it?
Well, Sir Joseph thinks we might need it.
I have some rather bad news, I'm afraid.
Well, bad news shared is bad news halved.
Yes. Sit down, Bertie, will you? This came from a contact of mine in Paris, which is why I'm the first to know. It's the mine. Bella Second. It's caved in. An utter disaster, I'm afraid.
And the share price?
Nothing. Wiped off the exchange. I was able to get something, of course, being the first to know. Little enough, but the banks took it as a bargain.
How little?
I did right, I hope, to sell your holding as well as my own. I couldn't contact you and...
Yes, you did quite right, Sir Joseph. How little?
That little, I'm afraid. Now, thank heaven I've spread of other stock. You still have your motor car company, of course?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, of course.
Well, I'll be in touch. No, don't bother to get up. I'll show myself out. Good day to you.
Good day, Sir
Good day
Joseph.
to Sir Joseph.
What is it?
Our worldly goods, as of this moment.
Oh, hardly enough to pay the gas bill, let alone the cook's wages.
And this.
What now?
Lord Andover's coming home. Wants the house back. He hopes we've enjoyed our holiday,
Never
but...
rains, but it bleeding pours, eh? Oh, well. I suppose we better go and tell him downstairs.
I don't understand.
You wouldn't.
I've been in houses before would have had reverses.
Mr. Bloxham Paddock had to sell his racehorses. Then his wife left him.
It's because it's new money, see? Not like land.
Even so.
They're coming down.
Tom?
I'm afraid we've got something to tell you.
We hear there's been a bit of a setback, sir, if I may make so bold.
Yes. Something's happened a long way away, and we've been wiped out. Might as well tell you the truth. We haven't got two halfpennies to rub together.
And it looks like you won't get your wages. We know what that's like when you're in service.
You know, madam.
Yes, you see, it wasn't so long ago that we were in service ourselves.
I'd guessed as much.
Tell him, Mrs. Ambrose.
Go on.
I'm agreeable.
Tell us. Tell us what?
Well, we've had a little talk and we've settled in nicely here, so...
So what, Mrs. Ambrose?
Things'll get better.
They always do and they can't get any worse.
So we'll stay.
You stay?
You can't.
Being a cook isn't all making soufflés. Give me a bag of flour and an onion and I can feed us till your ship comes home.
You can owe us the wages.
No, I'm afraid it's not as simple as that. You see, it's not only the money. It's the house. And no, it's not ours, you see, and the man who owns it wants it back.
Yes, I see. Well, that does make a difference.
You see, we could hardly take a first-class cook and a parlour-maid and a footman to our next place. All-night waiting room at Paddington Station.
Area door. More trouble.
It's all right, John. I'll go. You're not our servants anymore. Sit down, will you? No, it's all right, John. I'll do it.
Well, it's Mrs. Crossley and the agency.
Perhaps we could all get a job together.
Good evening. Can I help you?
Burshett Underwood. 2 suits for Mr. Thomas Watkins and the bill to go with them.
Well, I'm afraid Mr. Watkins is no longer in residence.
What? Oh, but these suits are made to measure. Where is he then?
Well, he's gone abroad.
Abroad?
Yes, he saw a blinding light and went off to be a missionary.
Well, who are you then?
I am the butler.
Dressed like that?
I'm just here to close the house for good.
What am I supposed to tell Mr. Underwood?
Good night to you.
I can't take back goods that have been...
Mrs. Crossley, what's she like? I've only ever spoken to her on the telephone.
She's hard, but fair.
Choosy, though.
Who was it, Tom?
The wrong address, wasn't it, Tom?
Sir.
Tom, Mrs. Ambrose got an idea that might help us out.
Oh? Well, I'm willing to listen to anything.
She says if she and Ethel and John and Nellie give us a good reference, we might get on Mrs. Crossley's books. Still, I don't suppose we get a best house.
I don't see why not. Mind you sometimes get some funny masters.
Well, I wonder who you can be thinking of.